the Serbian Empire or Yugoslavia. In this video, I'm going to show you how to form this really quickly because I might just be the GOAT at this. First try, by the way. So let's double electronics and let's use one to get a motor factory and let's get the other a steel factory because you know we want to get tanks quick. And we'll just find Kosovo and Bosnia and Herzegovina. Yes. Yeah, that's like, it does have quite a few cities, but it's easy to take over. They don't have that much troops. Straight into tank tech. We need that tank tech. We need some tanks made of like uranium or something. We need some next level tanks. As I'm gonna go for a leader. Let's get a fortification expert. That'll increase my defense. I've got a decent start, but the game's just started, so like that's not a problem right now. And resources, I'm not gonna buy resources right now. I could just chill for a second because resources are not like my priority right now because I've got other stuff to worry about, like Turkey, Greece and Italy and Ukraine being a player, which is kind of normal. I mean, Greece isn't normal, but that's okay, so we don't need to deal with that. So let's buy a little bit of copper now, just because I need it for my factory. Yo, that voice crack was actually crazy. Let's see who we can sell. Let's buy from Finland. This deficit, I don't want it to hurt our economy too much, so we nearly go into debt because that's going to be a really big problem. And we also need to be able to have at least a little bit, to be earning enough to buy tanks, because tanks, you know, that's how we're gonna wipe out all of Europe. And here we go, electronics. Let's just start selling. Okay, yeah, it hasn't gone through, but now it should have. So let's sell all these to these countries. Sell 5 to Colombia. Oh yes, they accepted. 5 to Nigeria, 5 to South Korea. I think I'm like one of the first people. I've still got 15 left, so I'm gonna sell some more to these little countries down here. So yeah, there we go. And then we'll get the other factories working. If you want to know how to do that, I could show it, but I'm not going to show it because you know what we need tungsten and just iron. That's it. I mean, like iron, titanium and all that stuff. Yeah, so now I've declared in Kosovo and I've got some tanks, so we're chilling now. Yes, this is gonna be our great expansion. So really, you just want to expand really quickly so like no one can compete with you. If they do compete, you need to have like really good tank tech. That's why I went tank tech quite early. I also got the policy advanced research bureau. I mean, if you get a chief judge, oh my god, you should just be like so happy right there, because that makes your life a million times easier, as you do not need to increase corruption spending. But you guys, you always need oil. Like, oil is so important because tanks like drinking oil. I don't know why. They need to stop the addiction, you know. It's not healthy for them. Okay, so let's I'm just finding on Macedonia and Hungary because it's got a square sea. That's the only reason. So I'm just gonna take these countries over and get all my resources going so I can make civilian factories and get some consumer goods, which will increase my stability. How amazing. So I'll speed this up to show you how easy this is. And guys, if you think Romania, Bulgaria, any of these countries would be a problem, they really can't do anything because you get so much money from taking out these countries. And if you use it to build up your civilian goods, your eco is just going to be unstoppable. Even if you go nationalist, your stability is going to rise so much that you're chilling, like literally chilling. I mean, you could go communist, which also improves factory output, which means you can spam out factories, get some even more money, make you crazy OP. I'm also going to justify on Greece, which is a player, which might be scary, but this is just me taking over all the Balkans, and now I own it. You might be thinking, I can form Yugoslavia, but in this video, it's A to Z Formable. It kind of is S, so I'm going to have to do Serbian Empire. But I'm just showing you guys, you could also do Yugoslavia, as it's basically the same thing. And I blitzed Greece's capital, they stood no chance. Like, they had like 50k troops at the capital and gone. That's just how good tanks are, guys. Like, tanks are OP. I mean, they did upgrade troops a bit, so the only troops are really good in mountains. If you just got mountain spec troops in fortresses, then they're good. But if there's no mountain specialization, they're like, no, but they can't. Yeah, I mean, they have to sit in a fort with mountain specialization to be good. If they don't, then they're doo-doo water. So now let's take over Greece and form. Yes. And guys, if Turkey declares on you, by this point you should go limited conscription too, because you need the extra manpower. And now Greece and Bulgaria are both gone, which means I can also form the Balkan Federation, as that'll give me cores on all of the Balkans. and increase my, oh no, yo yeah. Okay, we got the Serbian Empire. Didn't know we were gonna have that. And I accepted Germany's non-negotiable pact, as I kind of don't want German land anyway, so that's not a problem. France and Germany should go and get it. I don't really care, because we have formed the Serbian Empire. Oh my god, guys, that was really easy. So you see Turkey, I'll show you the power of the Serbian Empire, as I'm just gonna go down Egypt to get more population, as Serbia kind of doesn't have a lot of population. But colonialism's easy, and if you wanted, you could go into Ukraine. I'm not doing Europe, like, look at all that. Yeah, I could do Europe, but I don't have the time for that. I'm too busy, you know. So one option is go up into Ukraine and take Russia, or go into Turkey, because Turkey's got a lot of population, and Turkey normally takes you out. So I guess I'll get revenge and take Turkey, because for all the Serbian players that have died to Turkey. And now it's time to go take out Turkey. I've got a lot of money, because I've just been sitting here colonizing and building up a crazy economy and a lot of trade. Yeah, so like I used factories, but then I kind of deleted quite a bit, so we don't need to worry about that, because I've got a lot of tanks and I've got a lot of deficit, but I've got enough money to handle the deficit. And this is also my beautiful colonial empire. Yeah, Turkey, I expected more for fight, as I kind of have 11k tanks. 2k tanks just wiped out majority of the army, which is pretty much a big shame. Like, I expected way more. Like, look, okay, 2.5k tank, I mean 2.3k tanks. They're in a fort. Will they win? Oh my god, they got absolutely destroyed. They got absolutely destroyed. That's such a shame, you know. I wanted a better fight from Turkey. So now you can just see that everyone joined the war, but he white pieces, so it doesn't really matter anyway. I don't know. The reason I accepted his white piece is the mountains. I am not dealing with those mountains. I'm still making tanks, because I thought Turkey would pose more of a threat. Well, at this point, even Tanzania's posing more for threat. Yes, my English is just not here, guys. Who needs English anyway? At this point, I might just start speaking French or something. Yeah. And now this is my end amount of like tiles. I could have taken over more if I wanted like more war stuff, and I could have taken it over. So this is just like how much I own, and I have 200 mil population, which is kind of good. So thank you guys for watching, and bye bye. I also want to be able to say like, yeah.